Hello everyone, and thanks for hanging out with me. Today I want to talk to you about the charging curve of new Id.4 Pro S, Id.4 GTX and Id.5 GTX with software 3.0 and then on 3.1. And if you hear licking or something, there's a cat here, so it's not me. I had the Skoda Enyaq Coupe RS for 5 hours and I could charge it from, where did I start? 7%? I can't remember. 7%, it's true. From 7% up to 90%. And I don't have any reason to believe that the RS of the Enyaq should have a different charging curve than, like I said, Id.4 Pro S, Id.4 GTX, Id.5 GTX. And the Id.4 Pro S I say because I was told by Volkswagen that those three cars have the same charging curve. And like I said, I charged the Enyaq RS and I think it will be exactly the same. Why would it? It's the same car as Id.4, Id.5 GTX. So let's go through the charging curve, and important, let's compare it to the Id.4 Pro, Id.5 Pro, not GTX charging curve with ID software 3.0, and the old charging curve that they had before, so till software 2.3, even 2.4 with the big battery. But because that's very interesting, and we'll find something out where I say that Volkswagen screwed up. Ha! I said it. Okay, but let's go into the charging curve. Here we have it. By the way, you could have seen it up here anyways, the whole charging session. I filmed the whole thing. It starts very fast at 169 kilowatt. Peak is 177 at 19%. But from that moment on, it goes down, and it goes under 100 kilowatt at, what is it? Where am I? There we have 42%. So 44% it's already, so I guess at around 43% it's under 100 kilowatt, and it goes steadily down, a bit up and down all the time, and it goes even more down than at 80. You see it down back here. So still okay as a charging curve, but the important thing is how does it compare to the others. So now let's bring in the old charging curve before 3.0. And it looks like this. You can see that it only goes up to 126 kilowatt and they meet at around 42%. And then for a long time the old charging curve is even above the new charging curve, but then they are very, very similar here at the end. And now important, let's bring in the Pro version. So now we have all three charging curves in here. Yellow is the old one, blue is the new for Pro, so with ID software 3.0, and red is GTX. And as you can see, at around 33% they meet, and after that the Pro charging curve is always above, except here in the end where I would say that's more like, you know, a battery, charger, temperature and everything. So you can see the Pro charging curve stays above 100 kilowatt to 75%, whereas the GTX is around 43%, and the old charging curve was around here at 48%. But now important, how does it do with range? So I used a range calculator, what the Skoda Enyaq RS had as a consumption. Yes, the Pro version should have a tiny bit of lower consumption on the highway, but I don't think it's that much, because the only difference is that it still will use only the rear wheel drive, even though it's all wheel drive, because if you don't floor it, only the rear wheel drive is in use. But it's a bit more weight because of the front motor, but it shouldn't be that much. Let's look at the range. Here we have it. Old is again in yellow, Pro is in blue, and red is the GTX. And as you can see up here, after 15 minutes, so let's say 15-16 minutes, the Pro version is charging more range into the battery than the GTX is. And after 15 minutes I looked, it is around 45-46%. So up to 45%. GTX can put more energy into the battery. After that, the Pro is better. And that's not good. That's why they should have chosen, in my opinion, the Pro for all batteries, especially charging is for long distance. Why should the bottom to not even 50% be so important? I have a different number for you that's very important, and it is not perfectly accurate because those 3 charging curves, I did not start at the exact state of charge. So with the Pro I started at 4%, with the GTX at 7%, and I think the old where I charged an Id.4 Pro S 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I can't even remember where I started there. But important is this: the old took from 10 to 80%, 34 minutes. The Pro is better with 26 minutes. That's 8 minutes less. Now the GTX also took 34 minutes from 10 to 80%. It's the same time as before. The Pro is better. So I say, Volkswagen, listen to me. Put the charging curve of the Pro in all big battery MEB platform cars. Put it in the GTX, put it in the Id.4 Pro S. This is a great charging curve of the Id.4 Pro and Id.5 Pro. It's awesome. For me personally, maybe I'm overdoing it a bit, but for me that's a reason not to get a GTX. It's a tiny bit less consumption. It has less power, of course. That is out of the window. But the charging curve, it's just so it's so much better car for long distance, in my opinion. Because charging to 80%, that can happen, or charging above 45% or whatever. I think that happens a lot. Yeah. So that's what I say. Go for the Pro. But that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.